Hi. So this is a video about how you can transmute your child's frustration into a trustful relationship. Now, every day there are chances or we have opportunities in our household, in our family, with our children to catch these small moments and and approach them differently, which will make a big difference if we do that repeatedly. I'll tell you what I mean. So, let's say your child is whining or yelling or throwing or slamming or withdrawing for one reason or another, slamming doors, um, and and you want to help your child to develop direct and honest and open communication. So one fundamental part of that is that you do that yourself, right? That we ourselves continuously practice being very direct and open and honest in what we say and how we say it. And and that means that whatever they're experiencing in something that's separating them from their surroundings or from us, which is often what this kind of emotional expression has, is often the need behind all that whining or yelling or whatever they're expressing. And so we can help them bridge that divide that has them feel frustrated and unable to express their need or to communicate their need in a way that's honest and open and understandable in a way. So the first, of course, there are a couple of ways to do this, but the first thing to do is to set appropriate limits depending on their age. If they're doing something that you don't find acceptable in your household, if they're acting in a way that's not acceptable, if they're breaking things or hurting someone or whatever it might be, to set those limits clearly, gently, empathetically, but clearly, if that's necessary in this situation. And then once that's done, it's really important that they feel that that they understand in how you engage with them that their feelings are welcome. That whatever is moving through them is welcome. That it has a home. That it's invited into the house. So we are responding to their emotion, but not reacting to their emotion. We are noticing it, maybe speaking to it, and recognizing that it's there and that it says something about their needs. Now, how you do that, it depends on who you are, who your child is, where you are, what the situation is, how old your child is, and all kinds of factors. But to welcome their feeling, which might be hard if we're strained, low on energy, and it's something that we can practice and we can develop our skills around. But certainly, if we're in a pattern of reacting to our child's feelings, then this is a place to pay some attention and see how can I respond instead? How can I welcome the feeling and then try to direct it in a way that's more creative by helping the child understand it. If we resist it, of course, that feeling will grow and we'll be locked. We'll lock horns in a dynamic that becomes draining on our energies and also puts a dent in our relationship. So now, once that's been welcomed, there's also a chance to speak to the need or the want or the longing or the desire that's behind the emotion that's being expressed. Now, you might, for an older child, you could ask. For a younger child, you might have to use your empathy and your intuition to, and your knowledge of that specific child of yours to know what might be happening for them. And depending on how you approach it, then to suggest something, say, well, if you're angry because you have to do this chore, then here are some ways in which that chore could be made more pleasurable, or whatever it might be. That wasn't the greatest example, but I hope you understand what I mean. So yeah, the limits, and then making sure that the feeling is welcome, and then helping them in one way or another understand the need or the want or the desire or the longing behind the frustration, behind the emotion. And then finally, afterwards, if you do manage to help your child pass that impasse, as it were, towards some more constructive, creative, joyful way of behaving in the household, in the home, or in this situation, in any given situation, then make sure that you, at an appropriate moment afterwards, speak to them about the changes you notice. If they've acted in a different way, make sure you reflect that back to them and say, "Hey, I noticed that you were really frustrated about what I'd asked you to do or about that situation. And after we talked, I noticed you did it this way instead, or you handle it in this way instead." And that took a lot of courage, I think. And I'm really glad that you managed to do that. So these are some, if you will, steps or ways of approaching it. And any habit takes time to establish. All change, or most change, is granular. It's small, everyday moments like this, repeated over time, that will help your child develop this capacity for trustful relationships and turning towards others by learning also how to communicate directly, openly, and honestly. And through a process like this, repeated over time, appropriate to your child's age and capacities and gifts, you will help your child transmute their frustration into a trustful relationship, not only with you, but with your friend, with their friends, with other adults, with their loved ones. If you like this, then please subscribe and press the bell button, and you'll receive notification of future videos. But that's all for now. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.